couple times. Massage. Hey everyone, welcome to Yoga with Adriene. I am Adriene, and today we have a sequence for the lower back. This is something that you requested, and I think it's awesome and really dear to me because I very much believe in the healing power of yoga practice, keyword practice. So I encourage you, invite you to try this video more than once. Embrace the repetition. You might favorite the video or click the add to tab below so you can find it more easily. But this is something that I think if you practice regularly, will really provide you some yummy benefits and hopefully get you living pain-free in the back. So let's check it out, shall we? Hop on the mat and let's learn yoga for lower back. Using the support of the earth to tend to the lower back. I just love all poses on the back because it reminds me that we are supported. So if you want to go there with me, if you want to go, oh, never mind, can't sing that. Explicit lyrics. If you want to go there with me, you can just kind of take a deep breath in and already just feel relief from the idea that we are supported by the mat, by the earth, by this moment. Feel like a little bit of consciousness goes a long way. So take a deep breath in, a long exhale out. And slowly we're going to wrap the arms around the shins. Might interlace the fingertips here. And nice and slow, we'll let the knees come in towards the heart. So if the lower back is already starting to talk to you, you have a couple options. Palms can come to the knees. This is great. Or again, we can interlace. Now, rather than hardcore squeezing, just breathe here. Relax the shoulders down. Let the weight of the elbows drop. And we have two options. We're gonna rock a little side to side, just kind of massaging the lower back, not squeezing like I do normally in Hatha Yoga, but just kind of letting space be. So I have an option here, or I have the option to draw circles with the palms. So just take a second here on your own because everyone's different. It's so hard to do yoga for this and yoga for that because everyone's different. Everyone's experiencing different sensations. So just try to honor that, and I'll encourage you to listen to your body, be gentle, and of course modify up, modify down as needed. So what we're doing is drawing circles with the palms on the knees one way and then the other. Or where fingertips interlace, going left to right, might even linger on one side if that feels good. And then close your eyes, look away from the video, and just take a second to feel both these things out. To check in with the lower back. Make sure you're breathing deep. Awesome. Then when you feel satisfied, slowly we'll release the soles of the feet to the mat, and we'll inhale, reach the fingertips all the way up and overhead. Nice and easy. We're going to just rock the pelvis here. So I'm going to rock the pelvis so that the lower back becomes kind of a rainbow over my mat. So if I wanted, I could slip my hand underneath there. And then I'm just going to rock the pelvis here. Get sassy. So nice and easy. We can bend the elbows as I tuck the pelvis. And then exhale, tailbone down. Navel stretches long, belly stretches long. And then we switch. Doesn't even matter what you're inhaling on and what you're exhaling on. Just breathe deep. And I'm sure this is going to look great on the video, but we're just kind of coming into almost a little sensual pelvic rock here. But it's awesome because we're massaging the top of the buttocks here, and we're just loosening up, finding a little soothing movement for that lower back. Staying grounded through the soles of the feet. Just do a couple more. Stretching the belly long as the lower back lifts up, and then maybe drawing the navel down as we lengthen through the tailbone, lower back flush with the mat. Do a couple more on your own. baby bridge, baby Setu Bandhasana experience. Cool. When you feel satisfied with that, I got a little zend out there. When you feel satisfied, we're gonna lift the knees back up and we're gonna cross the ankles. And we have an option here. If you're really tending to lower back relief, skip this, rock to one side and come sit up. If your lower back feels tight and you feel like this might be good, join me in a little rock and roll up. So I'm gonna grab the outer edges of the feet and I'm gonna begin to rock a little front to back. If it feels like that's yummy, do it a couple times. Massaging the spine, remember it's all connected. This is a great way to just kind of relieve tension and stretch and smooth the spine. Now, if you're a little more sensitive today, again, we're all different, approaching this different, then just skip that move and come to cross-legged position, which is where we will all meet. I have a blanket here, convenient. I'm gonna lift my hips up on. I can use a towel or blanket or nothing at all as we come to cross-legged and bring the palms to the knees here. Nice and easy breezy. We inhale, press the palms into the knees, extend through the crown of the head, lift your heart, chest open. Then on an exhale, chin to chest, navel draws back towards the spine. We come into what I call Mr. Burns pose here, rounding forward. Breathe, breathe into the back. And then inhale, extend, tagging a little weight in the elbows here, open the chest, the heart. And exhale, same thing, chin to chest, rounding forward. Go ahead and catch the weight in the palms. And take a couple breaths here. Stretching the skin of the back. The breath can be so healing, so take some nice, long, smooth, deep breaths here. And then slowly we'll rock all the way back up and come to all fours. Nice and slow, take it easy, honor the body, enjoy this practice, this time. So we're gonna come to all fours. If you want, you can sneak in a gentle cat-cow here. Then we're gonna take the right leg and lift it gently all the way up into a lunge. Now again, if the lower back is tight, breathe deep. If the lower back is tweaking, you might save this. I mean, I just don't want anyone with lower back pain to do anything that they don't want to do. So just listen to your body and breathe. I'm going to heel to my right foot out a little bit wider than I would normally in a runner's lunge. You might even turn the right toes out slightly. And we're going to bring both palms in towards the center line. Now I'm going to curl my left toes under, walk my left knee back, and slowly sink into the hip. So what I'm doing is, this might seem a little counterintuitive, but I'm stretching the front of that left hip crease, the psoas here that wraps literally from here to here, which often causes some crabby crap in the lower back. So we're finding a nice opening in the front of that hip crease. We have the palms here to support us. If you want, if you have a block or a book, and this is just too much for you, you can lift the earth up to you, baby. Yeah. Or fingertips is always good. Now breathe. Finding what feels good. Again, we're focusing on deep breaths and opening the front of that left hip crease, the psoas. If it feels right, you might lift that knee for a pulse or two. But if we're super tight, then that might not be an option, and you might stay up nice and lifted. Couple more breaths here. Smile, relax the skin of the face. We got this. Then to come out, we'll come onto the fingertips. Send the sit bones back for a little stability as we walk that right heel in. And then we're just gonna take it for a nice little counter pose here. Right heel stays in the earth as we relax the weight of the head over, pulling the right hip crease back. This doesn't have to be a deep stretch, guys. In fact, if we're tending the lower back, we should keep it nice and spacious, nice and easy. So one breath here with the weight of the head over. Remember, it's all connected. Cool, then we'll rock back onto that right foot, come to all fours, and nice and easy, gingerly switch to the other side. Cool, so I'm gonna heel toe the left foot out now. Both palms come in towards the center line. Take it nice and slow, find integrity. And then I will curl the right toes under, walk that right knee back, and check out what it's like on the other side. So again, I'm focusing on the psoas muscle, or you can just kind of bring your awareness to the front of that right hip crease. Stretching it nice and long, using the breath to breathe here. Might lift that back knee. Again, as we said before, we might lift the earth to us. If it's really tight, that might be why your lower back is hurting. So opening up through the front body a little bit to provide relief and space for the lower back. Ding. Okay, one more nice, long, smooth, deep breath here. And then we come out. Nice and easy, lifting the sit bones back. Walk the left heel in towards the center line. And release over. Again, we're not sinking all the way back. This isn't power yoga. We're just checking in. So keep a nice, spacious vibe going on here. Weight of the head comes over. We breathe. And then we roll through the left foot. We use the fingertips for stability. And this time, we're going to step that right foot all the way up to the left for a forward fold. Now, rule of the game here is please, 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 my friends, keep your knees bent. Bend those knees, keep them soft. They can be super bent generously. Then I'm going to take my hands to the belly, draw the belly in just slightly, and let the weight of the head hang over gently. Oh yeah, baby. Release the fingertips. If you have a block, you can kind of rest it here, or a book. This is not about the palms touching the earth. They can go wherever they need. This is about feeling grounded through the soles of the feet, and then finding spaciousness in the lower back. So we breathe here. We use the exhale to let go. We find a little weight in the sit bones, and we use that inhale to maybe really feel expansion in the lower back. The exhale to ground down, find stability. You can grab the elbows here if you like. Let's take one more nice, long, deep breath in. And then we let it all go. To come out of this forward fold today, we release the palms or the fingertips to the mat by bending the knees generously. And then slowly, nothing fancy here, come back to all fours. Cool. Cross the ankles, nice and easy. We walk it back through. X's. And come back to the back for our final posture for the lower back. Yay. Hug the knees into the chest. Feel that space. Yeah. Starting to feel better. Starting to feel good. And then we'll send the fingertips left to right. You know, I like to call this Texas T. And we'll scoop the tailbone up, draw the knees up towards the heart. And then this is not about forcing. This is about, again, gentle, finding ease, creating space in the lower back. So I'll gently melt the knees towards the right side. And rather than keeping the knees actively hugging up towards the heart like we normally do, give yourself a little more space. So again, rather than drawing the knees all the way up here, Z's, I'm letting myself have a little more spaciousness, a little more just ease. So I breathe here. I can take that left palm, of course, guide it a little deeper into the posture. I'm breathing now again into that psoas, lower back, outer edge of the hip. Yummy. So I'm encouraging us to start here as a way of just, again, moving with ease, but you can, of course, hug the knees up and play with anything in between. A couple more breaths here. You might turn to rock onto the right ear. And then on an exhale, nice and easy breezy, melt it back through center. Itch your nose if you have an itch, and then send it to the other side. Here we go. Again, I'm giving myself a little more space, using the right palm to guide it a little deeper. I'm not anchoring anything, I'm just kind of letting gravity do its job. Nice long, smooth, deep breaths. Turning on the left ear, that feels good. Softening through the face, and again, we breathe. Cool. Gently nice flat back, full on body stretch. Or, so ask yourself what feels better. Open, or we'll turn over onto our bellies and come into a child's pose. Belly comes to the top of the thighs, release here. This is so great for lower back. You can do this in your bed, find a little gentle rock. If you need even more space, you can bring the knees out hip width apart and hang out here. Sometimes even fingertips between. Nice. And you wonder why they call this the child's pose. So I say find a nice center place to end for you here now, and enjoy.
What's up, party people, and welcome to Yoga with Adriene. I'm Adriene and this is Benji, and today we have an awesome practice for the hips and the lower back body. So hop into something comfy and let's get started.